Good afternoon, everybody. So it's Wednesday afternoon, but 2:30, quarter to 3, and I'm taking a guess most of you have probably seen what is going on with the DC rallies and all that sort of stuff. Angry Prepper did a great job this morning on doing a live stream of the marches outside before Trump's speech that he eventually went on at noon and was talking about everything. So now if you've seen what's going on afterwards, the March for Freedom, I guess if you want to call it for lack of any better name for it, they have now stormed the Capitol building and have gone inside to confront, if you will, Congress. I want you to notice something here, okay? The difference between a Patriot March and Antifa. Now, the Patriots have got into the halls of Congress. House of Representatives has been evacuated, so there's no congressman in there or whatever in harm's way, which is a good thing. All right. Notice what they're not doing. They're in the Hall of Statues. They're not trashing statues. They're not doing anything of the sort, okay? There's no burning. There's no shootings. There's no beating of people. These are just a bunch of patriots who want to have their voice heard, okay? Now, this is and I want to say this right off the get-go. I 100% support what these guys are doing, okay? My hat's off to them, okay? Because it's about time Washington starts realizing that they're there to serve us, not the other way around, okay? So, here's a thought. Maybe let some of these patriots, if you will, have a sit down with Congress and let them get in front of the House and make their case to Congress, rather than these 535 people who live in their own little bubble and don't listen to anybody else. I mean, again, remember, they represent us, the constituents. They have an obligation to listen to the constituents, okay? Why don't we get to a situation where the people get to get up in front of Congress and say, this is why this needs to be stopped, okay? Because you might have a few members of Congress have a come to Jesus meeting that, oh my God, these people are right, and to realize, hey, we work for them, not the other way around, okay? They're supposed to represent us. Now, you've probably seen some of these speeches on the floor. Mitch McConnell completely disgusted me with his comments. He might as well turn in his Republican badge and just say he's a full-blown Democrat at this point, because he basically proved that he's a traitor to this country with his speech this morning. Ted Cruz wasn't exactly thrilled with what he said when his comments were, I'm not calling to overturn this election, but we need to change the rules. Well, Ted, let me give you a little bit of a tip. That's exactly what's going to happen. The rules are going to get changed before 2024. Don't worry about that whatsoever, because the rules that are going to get changed are the abolishment of the Electoral College. That would be a good start, okay? I know you have aspirations to run in 2024. You don't have a chance in hell if they abolish the Electoral College, because you're not going to win New York City and you're not going to win California. And pretty much you add that in Chicago and there's the next election, okay? Now, nobody's going to get 80 million votes in 2024 because nobody got 80 million votes in 2020, all right? Just not realistic that that's going to happen. But as for these marches, okay, my hat's off to every single person who made the trip, who's doing whatever they can do to have their voice heard today, because this is what democracy is about. It's the people that rule, not the elites. And y'all are proving that today, that, the elites need to hear from us. If anything that the marchers are showing people today is Americans are not going to put up with this crap. We're not going to put up with the theft of an election. We're not going to put up with corruption. Nothing. That's pretty much it. Okay? Now, if Biden gets inaugurated, which is possible, okay, he will be affectionately known, at least by me, as the illegitimate president of the United States. That will be the only way I will refer to him. And I think I'm pretty accurate for speaking everybody else. Watching some of the news broadcasters today, it's interesting to listen to them kind of tiptoe back and forth. Of course, you get Chris Wallace in there. Chris Wallace is so far to the left, it's unbelievable. I mean, he'd lick Joe Biden's balls if he was allowed to. That's just the kind of person he is. I mean, Wallace is a disgusting person and has no business calling himself a journalist at all. I mean, he isn't qualified to work for CNN or MSNBC. So, his dad is rolling over in his grave. Not that his dad was any great shakes, but at least you knew where Mike Wallace stood. So, to all the patriots up there running around in D.C., keep up the good fight. Don't cause any damage. Don't get yourself hurt, okay? But make sure they hear you. And I'm proud of what you guys are doing. So that's what I got for this afternoon. Have a good one, y'all. Pinball out.